In sports, you have a chance, an opportunity to take a little bit more risk. And when we had the ozone coming up for the Rio Olympics, we decided we'd take some risk.
There wasn't any innovation that was happening with newscasts across the country.
We wanted to do something big and we wanted to do something different, but we didn't know what to do. Chyron Hago came up with a solution for us, a very quick solution for us. We learned the product quickly, we used the product quickly, and within a week, we were up and running with it on a daily basis.
In less than a week, we were on the air producing the Ozone Show on a virtual set.
We were putting on a really kind of magical show that nobody else had seen before.
Our presentation was unlike any other in the United States, I would hazard to say.
We had 3 or 4 Chyron Hago people sitting 10 feet from where I am right now, helping us through the first week of the Ozone Show. And not only were they telling, here's how it works, here's what you need to do, here's how you need to make that smoother, but they're also making suggestions on what if you did this, what if you tried that. So they got as excited about this product as we did. We've been using it from the very beginning. We use it to this day.
We use it in every show, morning, noon, and nights.
And it's a product that makes our shows better.
Mennie will even try to take a portion of your insurance.
The initial thought process began here on how it should look, and we're able to come up with some very clean, very sharp, and very stylized sets. Augmented reality graphics that we can animate on and off. And then, because the system is so logical, we're able to then modify it ourselves and make changes to it ourselves.
From really the 3rd day, we started to see this is going to be an easy product to use. We literally have done it with existing staff. We haven't really reassigned people. It's directors learned to do what they needed to do and camera operators learned what they needed to do. And it just became part of our workflow.
Your youngest people, your most inexperienced people, they're able to use it. They're able to use it effectively and make it go. And it just goes.
Stand by. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Blaine Alexander, NBC News,
2,
Washington.
Logan Mott was captured last Friday night by U.S. Customs and Border Protection.
The MOSA Star Tracker system has been incredibly stable. Once it was initially installed, we have not had to recalibrate it at all. We've even kicked the plug out accidentally and shut it down. We turn it back on, it's there. It's been fantastic. The anchors and reporters here at the station have really taken to this new technology very well. They've developed muscle memory. They're comfortable where they are on the green screen. They are comfortable gesturing and referring to elements that aren't really there, but are there virtually.
This could be as simple as a chroma key, and we've been doing that in this business for 30 years probably. But being able to put it on a jib the way you use it and be able to track people and zoom and move and dolly and truck and do all those different kinds of things is what sets us apart.
We have Jaguars helmets that come out of the ground. For another segment we do for the school kids in the mornings, we have a school bus that drives onto the set as well.
A lot of different things that you can do. It's really up to just the imagination of the producer or the imagination of anybody to say, could we do this? And the answer is always yes.
With Sunday's loss, the Jags are no longer in sole possession.
I have directors here who have pushed me out of the way and have taken ownership of this. They not only manage it, but they're also just so engaged on how much they can push this further. It's helpful as a recruiting tool also, bringing in directors for myself. So I like it in that respect as well.
We love it because it's fun, it kind of puts that fun back in television again, and you try something new all the time.
The entire station embraces this product. Everyone talks about having it in their show. Where are we going to put this in our show? And it's always at the top of our show. It's the featured component of almost every newscast we do.
It gives you opportunity to reach people on every platform that's out there in a way that is more engaging, more interesting.
I feel like we were breaking ground for not just our TV station, but for the market and for our company in general. We were doing something new.
It happens every year. Avalanche danger, closing areas like Loveland Pass.
We hear people talk about, your show just looks different. It doesn't look as stale. It doesn't look as boring. And that's a word that we hear. It doesn't look as boring. This breaks through with that crowd. This breaks through with that audience that has become enamored with interesting visuals and different kinds of things to look at. This does that. Sitting behind a desk with a skyline background, probably not so much.
But the emotion out here is real.
Oh boy, you don't look at me like that.
Your monetization possibilities, once again, get back to what kind of imagination you have. We've used it for everything from sales pitches to client sells to client uses, because we can create their environment.
Is the paper airplane, which does that qualify as a tool? I mean, I think if you can just do it yourself, and
I think in the news business, we got to the point where every story was told the same way. We need to break out of that mold and do more enterprise reporting, more enterprise product. This allows us to do some of that. And not only does it allow us to do it, but it helps us tell that story. It helps us explain the story. It helps us show the story.
I really want to start pushing the system in a variety of ways. Right now I have one camera that I'm able to track and use with the system. It's fantastic. I want two now. I'm greedy. I don't want us to look real anymore. I want to start making people go, wow, what am I seeing? What are they doing there?
The concept of anybody can say, hey, we're doing a story today on the deer population in this area. What could we do with the virtual set to help tell that story?
This isn't about having a toy to play with. This is about trying to communicate to our viewer and giving them the information that they want, that they need in the most effective way.
It's magic.